Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a footballer who walks onto the pitch not just with his slicked back hair and low socks, but with the aura of a movie star. That's Jack Grealish. From a young boy in Birmingham with simple dreams, Grealish has become a symbol of luxury, a modern icon of opulence and style that few English players can rival. He's not just famous for his mesmerizing dribbles or curling shots, but also for his expensive fashion taste, high-end cars, and lavish parties that keep tabloids buzzing day and night. When he moved from Aston Villa to Manchester City for a staggering £100 million, Jack Grealish became the most expensive English footballer in history, a price tag that shook the entire football world. But behind the glitter and glamour lies another story of a man constantly balancing talent, pressure, and the temptations of fame. From his early days at Villa Park to becoming the face of Gucci and Puma, Grealish's journey proves that luxury itself can be a form of art. Before we begin, I challenge you to subscribe, turn on notifications, and select all, but you have only 5 seconds to do it. If you succeed, comment with the hashtag #LuxuryLeague. Alright, let's begin. This is the story of Jack Grealish, from a Birmingham boy to England's icon of luxury. When it comes to Jack Grealish, people don't just talk about football. They talk about money, and lots of it. According to Forbes and Transfermarkt, Grealish's total net worth is estimated at around $55 million. And that number keeps rising thanks to his massive salary at Manchester City and an array of luxury endorsement deals. Since signing with Man City in 2021, he earns over £300,000 per week, roughly $16 million a year, excluding bonuses, image rights, and licensing income. With a 6-year contract in place, his total pre-tax earnings from the club could exceed $100 million, a figure that very few English players have ever reached. But what's more impressive is how Grealish has turned his talent into a brand. He became a global ambassador for Gucci, one of the most prestigious fashion houses in the world, a first for an English footballer. On top of that, his Puma sponsorship deal is worth £10 million annually, making it one of the most lucrative boot deals in the game. Beyond football, Grealish is also a shrewd investor, putting money into real estate and sports media ventures. He even owns his own company to manage his image rights and commercial deals, controlling every aspect of his personal brand. With this business mindset, Grealish isn't just a footballer, he's a football entrepreneur. And when you see his lavish lifestyle, it's easy to forget that it all started with a boy from Birmingham who just wanted his first pair of football boots. Now, every step he takes is worth millions of pounds. If there's one English footballer who turns heads with his street style and his garage, it's Jack Grealish. Every time he steps out of the Etihad, it feels like a fashion show on wheels. His car collection, worth millions of dollars, perfectly reflects his refined yet flamboyant taste. Grealish's garage is a blend of speed, style, and prestige. He owns a Lamborghini Urus in sleek black, a luxury SUV worth nearly $250,000, known for accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.6 seconds. Then there's his Range Rover Sport SVR, which he often drives to Man City's training ground, valued around $140,000, customized with white leather interiors and a premium Meridian sound system. Perhaps his most recognizable ride is the Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 in silver, the luxury elite vehicle he drives to Gucci events. And of course, the crown jewel, a Ferrari 812 Superfast, worth about $400,000, which he reportedly gifted himself after winning the 2023 Champions League title. Beyond cars, Grealish lives for luxury travel. While he doesn't yet own a private jet, he frequently charters a Gulfstream G280, costing around $8,000 per flight hour, for quick getaways to Ibiza or Dubai. His vacations aboard a Ferretti 780 yacht, worth over $5 million, have become iconic, symbolizing the Grealish style of leisure, extravagant, free-spirited, and full of life. For him, cars are more than transport, they're a statement of identity. Jack Grealish doesn't just drive, he performs class. Every appearance is a show of its own. If supercars express Jack Grealish's style, then real estate showcases his true class. After signing his $100 million deal with Manchester City, Grealish upgraded from a modest Birmingham apartment to a multi-million-pound mansion, a luxurious sanctuary that blends art, comfort, and pure opulence. His primary residence is located in Cheshire, known as the footballer's paradise of the Premier League, home to neighbors like Erling Haaland, Marcus Rashford, and Harry Maguire. Grealish's mansion, worth over £6 million, features floor-to-ceiling glass walls, an indoor swimming pool, a private gym, a home cinema, and even a personal physiotherapy suite for post-match recovery. Inside, the design balances white, gray, and light oak tones, with Italian imported furniture, contemporary artwork, and mood-based smart lighting. In the living room hangs a large portrait of himself, painted by a Birmingham artist, a proud nod to his roots and rise to fame. But his property empire doesn't stop there. He also owns a £2 million penthouse in central Manchester, which he uses for short stays after late-night events or celebrations with teammates. The apartment boasts panoramic city views and an urban chic aesthetic, sleek, modern, and distinctly stylish. Recently, Grealish expanded his portfolio with a holiday villa in Marbella, Spain, valued at £3.5 million, where he often vacations with his girlfriend Sasha Atwood. For Jack, each property is not just a place to live, it's a statement of success and refined taste. If the football pitch is his stage for skill, then his mansions are the stage for his lifestyle of luxury. For Jack Grealish, time isn't just measured in minutes on the pitch, it's an art form, counted in million-dollar watches. He once joked, "When I'm not scoring goals, I'm admiring watches. Goals fade, but a fine Rolex stays forever." And indeed, his luxury watch collection speaks louder than words. He owns a Rolex Day-Date 40 in solid gold with a champagne dial worth about $60,000, often spotted on his wrist at Man City events. Known as the President's Watch, it's a timeless symbol of authority and prestige. Then there's the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph, a bold sports watch valued around $75,000, adorned with a diamond-set bezel. Grealish wears it during his Ibiza getaways or date nights, blending sportiness with sophistication. One of his proudest pieces is the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711, among the world's most coveted timepieces, worth over $130,000, reportedly a self-gift after winning the 2021-2022 Premier League. And of course, the stunning Richard Mille RM11-03, valued at more than $250,000, crafted from titanium with a fiery red rubber strap, a reflection of Grealish's own explosive energy. Beyond watches, his love for luxury fashion runs deep. He's one of the few footballers personally dressed by Gucci, often spotted in wool coats, designer leather bags, and limited edition sunglasses worth tens of thousands of dollars. He also collects bespoke diamond jewelry, each custom-made with the JG10 insignia, the personal brand he's slowly building. For Grealish, watches and accessories aren't just things, they're his story told through style. The story of a man who turned passion into elegance and elegance into identity. Behind the image of a stylish superstar gracing luxury magazine covers, Jack Grealish is, at heart, a warm, emotional, and somewhat childlike young man, according to those close to him. Born in 1995 in Solihull on the outskirts of Birmingham, Grealish grew up in an Irish family where loyalty and family values meant everything. His parents, Kevin and Karen Grealish, still live in their Birmingham home, and Jack visits often despite his millionaire lifestyle. He once said, "Every time I go home, my mom still asks if I want a cup of tea. Nothing's changed." That simple line perfectly captures how, despite the fame and fortune, he remains grounded and deeply connected to his roots. His longtime girlfriend, Sasha Atwood, is a well-known British model and childhood sweetheart. Their relationship, spanning more than a decade, has become one of football's most stable romances, with Sasha often credited as the emotional anchor keeping Jack balanced between stardom and normal life. Off the pitch, Grealish has a deep love for music and fashion. He's a fan of classic R&B, especially Usher and Chris Brown, and even shares his personal playlists with fans on Instagram.
He's also actively involved in charity work, particularly for disabled children, a cause close to his heart after his younger brother, Keelan, passed away at just 9 months old. Since then, Jack has regularly donated and supported foundations for underprivileged kids. On the pitch, he may seem confident, even cocky at times, but those who know him describe him as funny, approachable, and genuinely kind. Jack Grealish embodies the new generation of footballers, men who know how to live luxuriously, earn smartly, and still keep their humanity intact in a glittering world.
No superstar rises without a few scandals, and Jack Grealish is no exception. Since his early Aston Villa days, he's been known not only for his skill, but for his bad boy persona, bold, stylish, and occasionally reckless. One of his most talked about incidents came in 2020 when he violated lockdown restrictions during the UK's COVID-19 quarantine. He was fined £82,000 and tabloids splashed photos of him looking intoxicated beside his Range Rover. But instead of crumbling under criticism, Grealish faced his mistake head-on, publicly apologized, and vowed to grow. Since then, he's become one of the most image-conscious and professional players in the Premier League. After joining Manchester City, he faced another challenge, the $100 million transfer fee. Every touch, every dribble was scrutinized by fans and critics alike. For a while, many claimed he wasn't worth the price tag. Yet, Pep Guardiola stood by him, and Grealish silenced his doubters with a spectacular 2022-2023 season, playing a vital role in City's historic treble victory. He's also been linked to wild parties in Ibiza and Dubai, but friends and teammates insist Jack just loves to enjoy life, never out of control. In truth, he's mastered the art of balance, enjoying luxury without losing discipline, living fully without forgetting his purpose. Jack Grealish's journey isn't just one of fame and fortune, it's a story of redemption and resilience, of a man who stumbled, learned, and rose stronger. He reminds us that to become a real man, sometimes you must face your own reflection and conquer it. From a boy in Birmingham with slick hair, bright eyes, and a dream of playing football, to the ultimate symbol of modern English luxury, Jack Grealish's journey proves one thing: you can stay true to yourself and still reach the top. He's lived through it all: youthful mistakes, flashing lights, harsh criticism, and finally, glory. Jack doesn't just play football, he lives it like art, where every dribble is a brushstroke and every moment a signature of his identity. Today, he's more than a Manchester City star. He represents a generation that dares to live, to fail, and to shine in its own way. From his luxurious mansion in Cheshire to multi-million-pound endorsements, from his dazzling curls to his legendary curls on the pitch, Jack Grealish has painted a portrait of football's high society, bold and unapologetic. Now the question is yours. If you had the chance to live with the same confidence, style, and passion, would you take it? If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay tuned for more stories from Luxury League, where we unveil the lavish lives of football's most fascinating stars.